is my this is my YouTube update for Group 6 Gatsby. For this Sprint 2, I was tasked with making this user bar, giving the user the ability, the search bar, giving the user the ability to enter in a UPC like so, and have it pull up a page, what we call an item detail page, which is a description of the corresponding item to the UPC the user entered. So that code is running here in these two lines on the onChange text on the submit editing. When I hit the enter button, it calls this handle text input method, which is right here. So originally in this handle text input method, these two if statements that I have right here were not there originally, and it just ran this, which is actually because I've really been working on Sprint 3 since Sprint 1, since I wasn't assigned anything for Sprint 2. But eventually we are making it so that the user can enter in regular text. So like instead of putting in the UPC for Nintendo 3DS XL yada yada yada, I could just enter in Nintendo 3DS XL yada yada yada, and it would take me to this page. Or no, what would actually be for text a list of the most relevant products from that query in the search bar, which is all going to go here when the user enters in text. But for this part right here, this goes back to this barcode data method right here. So that's that. So in terms of the actual push that I have done, this only shows the method right here below, which I started writing for the text data, which will end up going in this part of the handle text input method. But the rest of that code, Brandon had some slight changes to make sure everything was working, so that's why he pushed it earlier, I believe. That is right. I can't find it at the moment, but I didn't push that. Brandon did, because I sent the code to him and he made some slight changes because it wasn't working when I had it. Yeah, so in terms of work put in, this is total hour of work for this week, so you can see most of it was on that search component. Most of it, this GitHub setup is supposed to be on last week. I did this, Saturday I did this, and then earlier on Sunday I did do that. So that's where most of my time was spent in the last 2 weeks. Then the rest of it was spent working on that search component, and then a final 15 minutes was spent yesterday doing some fine tuning for the pitch we did. So like I said, the next Sprint 3, which is a sprint I'm already working on, will be enabling the user to, if we go back to the home screen, actually be able to type in Nintendo 3DS XL and do that. Obviously that doesn't work for most products right now, but I'll get that working for the next features. Yeah.